What does the liver do? There are a factory inside you that weighs about 1.4 kilograms that runs for 24 hours a day. This is your liver, the heaviest organ in your body, and one of the most crucial. These industrial structures simultaneously act as a storehouse, a manufacturing hub, and a processing plant. And each of these functions involved so many important subtasks that without the liver, our body would simply stop working. One of the liver main functions is to filter the body's blood, which is received in regular shipments from two sources. The hepatic artery delivers blood from the heart, the hepatic portal vein flowing it from the intestine. This double delivery fills the liver with the nutrients that is then sorted, processed, and stores with the help of thousands of tiny internal processing plants known as laboratories. Also, blood flow also delivers the oxygen that the liver needs to function. The blood received from the intestine contain hydrate, fats, and vitamin and other nutrients dissolved in it from food you consume. This must process in different ways. In the case of carbohydrates, its liver breaks down and converts into sugar for the body to use and energy with the filtered blood and send back up. Sometimes body has internal nutrients and it doesn't immediately require. When that happens, the liver holds them back. They stack them in a storage facility. This facility works like a pantry for certain cases when a body might need the nutrients, but the blood flowing into the liver is already full of the green thing. It also contains a toxin, byproducts the body can't use. And the liver monitors this strictly. And its body usually is a toxic substance. It either converts into a product that can hurt the body, or isolated and wastes its way, channeling it through the kidney and intestines to be critical. Of course, we wouldn't consider the liver factory if it didn't also manufacturing things. This organ make everything from various blood plasma proteins and transfer fatty acids help from blood clots to the cholesterol that help the body create the hormones. It also makes the vitamin D and substance that help digestion. One of the most vital products is bile. Like the eco-friendly treatment plant, the liver uses cell called hepatocyte to convert toxic waste products into the bitter creamy liquid. As it produces, bile is formed into the small contents below the liver, called the gallbladder, perform the trickle into the intestines to help to break the fat, destroy microwaves, and neutralize extra stomach acid. Bile also have to create other toxins and byproducts from the liver out of the body. So as you can see, the liver is extremely efficient industrial site, performing multiple tasks that purpose each other. But such a complex system needs to be kept running smoothly by keeping it healthily and overloaded with a toxin that can handle. This is one factor we simply can't afford to shut down. One more with a slow version. There is a factory inside you that weighs about 1.4 kilograms and lasts 24 hours a day. This is your liver, the heaviest organ in your body and one of the most crucial. These industrial structures simultaneously act as a storehouse and manufacturing hubs and a processing plant. And each of these functions involves so many important subsets, and without the liver, our body would simply stop working. One of the liver main functions is to filter the body blood, which receives the regular shipped and sources. One of the liver's main functions is to filter the body's blood, which are received in regular shipments from two sources. The hepatic artery delivers blood from the heart, while the hepatic portal vein brings it from the intestine. This double delivery fills the liver with nutrients that is then sorted, processed, and stored with the help of thousands of tiny internal processing plants known as laboratories. Both blood flow also deliver oxygen that the liver needs to function. The blood that received from the intestine contains carbohydrate, fats, and vitamin and one other nutrients dissolved in it from the food you consume. This must be processed in different ways. In the case of carbohydrates, the liver breaks them down and then converts them into sugar for the body to use as energy when the filtered blood is sent back out. Sometimes the body has leftover of nutrients that it doesn't immediately require. When that happens, the liver holds some back and stock them in a storage facility. This facility works like a pantry for future cases when the body might be in need of nutrients, but the blood flowing into the liver isn't always full of good things. It also contains toxins and the byproducts that the body can't use, and the liver monitors this strictly. When it's spot usually a toxic substance, it either considers into the products that can hurt the body, or isolate it and whisk it away, channeling it through the kidney and intestine to be excreted. Of course, we wouldn't consider the liver a factory if it isn't also manufacturing things. This organ makes everything from various blood plasma protein that transport fatty acids and help from blood clots to the cholesterol that helps the body create the hormones. It also makes vitamin D and the substance that help digestion. But one of the most vital products is bile. Like egg from the treatment plant, the liver uses cell called hepatocyte to convert the toxic waste products into its bitter greenish liquid. As it produces, bile is formed into the small container below the liver, called the gallbladder. The fluid being trickled into the intestine to help break down fat, destroy microbes, and neutralize extra stomach acid. Bile also help carry other toxins and byproducts from the liver out of the body. So as you can see, the liver is extremely efficient industrial slide, the performing multiple tasks that support each other. But such a complex system needs to be kept running smoothly by keeping it healthy and not overloading it with more toxins that can be handled. This is one factory we simply can't afford to shut down. This is another video. The benefits of good posture. Has anyone ever told you, stand up straight, or scolded you for slouching at a family dinner? Comments like that might be annoying, but there's not wrong. Your posture, the way you hold your body when you're sitting or standing, is the foundation for every movement your body makes and can determine how well your body adapts to the stresses on it. This stress can be things like carrying weight or sitting in an awkward position, and the big one we all experience all day, every day, gravity. If your posture isn't optimal, you must have to work harder to keep your upright and balanced. Some muscles will contract and inflexible, others will be inhibited. Over time, this dysfunctional adaptation impairs your body's ability to deal with the forest setting. Poor posture inflicts extra wear and tear in your joints ligament, increasing the likelihood of accidents, and makes some organs, like your lungs, less efficient. Research have linked poor posture to scoliosis, tension headache, and back pain that wasn't exclusive cause of any of them. Posture can influence your emotional state, and you're sensitive to pain. So there are a lot of reasons to aim for a good posture. But it's getting harder these days. Sitting in a awkward position for a long time can promote poor posture, and so can use the computer or mobile devices, which encouraging you look downward. Many studies suggest that on average posture is getting worse. So what does good posture look like? When you look at the spine from the front of the back, all 33 vertebrae should appear stretched in a straight line. From the side, the spine should have the straight curve, one at your neck, one up your shoulder, and one at the smaller your back. You aren't born with this S-shaped spine. Baby spine just have one curve like a C. The other curve usually develops by 12 to 18 months as the muscle strengthens. These curls help us stay upright and absorb some of the stress from activity like walking and jumping. If they are aligned properly, when you stand up, you should be able to drop a straight one from a point of just front of your shoulder to be behind the hip, to the front of your knee, to a few inches in front of your ankle. This keeps your center of gravity relaxed over your base support, which allows you to move efficiently with the least amount of fatigue and muscle strain. If you're sitting, your neck should be vertical, not tighter forward. Your shoulders should be relaxed with your arms close to your trunk. Your knees should be at a right angle with your feet flat on the floor. But what if your posture isn't that great? Try redesigning your immunity. Adjust your screen to at or slightly below eye level. Make sure all parts of your body, like your elbow and wrist, are supported, using ergonomic aid if you need it. Try sleep on your side when your neck's upward and with a pillow between the legs. Wear shoes with a low heel and a good arch support, and use the headset for a phone call. It's also not enough to just have a good posture. Keeping your muscle and joint movement is extremely important. In fact, being stationary for a long period with good posture can be worse than regular movement with bad posture. When you do move, move smartly. Keep anything you carry close to your body. Backpack should be in contact with your back, carrying symmetrically. If you sit a lot, get up and move around occasionally, and be sure to exercise. Using your muscle will keep them strong enough to support you effectively. On top of all these benefits to your joint, bone, brain, and the heart. And if you really worry, check with a physical therapist. Because yes, you really should stand up straight.